Why do we treat poverty as if it's a random thing? Poverty is rarely something that has just happened at once. It is never a random thing. So why then do we treat poverty as random? In this video, I want us to discuss something that is keeping a lot of people poor. And it is something that has been proven to be a pattern. I want us to speak about focus. And I will be discussing a certain chapter in King Solomon's wealth strategy, and that is how focus is keeping you poor. We're trying to debunk what might be keeping us poor and trying to have new doctrine of what to do so that we may get richer than we are right now. So focus is something that is at the center of every pattern that we do. Most people believe poverty is a money problem. Poverty is not a money problem. You lacking money is not what makes you poor. Being poor is what guarantees that you lack money. It is the same as you having money is not what makes you rich. You being rich is what makes you have money. You have to understand that not every person that has money is a rich person. You might have money, but you still have a poor person's mentality. And eventually, every penny that you have will just disappear and you'll go back to the same identity. You are the same person that you were before you got the money. Getting money is not what guarantees that you are rich. You being rich is what guarantees that you'll get the money. And similar to that, poverty is not a money problem. Poverty is simply a pattern problem. And you not having money is now the result of your identity being that of a poor person. Poverty is a pattern problem. And at the center of every pattern is focus. We addressed yesterday that the reason you're getting the results that you're getting is because everything that you do guarantees those results. The reason your life is as it is right now is simply because your habits and your patterns can only give a life similar to that you have. Regardless of the intensity that you put in it, it can only amplify a life similar to what you have. It can never make it any better or any different to what you're having. If you are the kind of person that could do that which you want to do, if you are the kind of person that could achieve the results that you want to achieve, and if you are the kind of person that could achieve the financial life that you want to achieve, you will have already achieved it. The only reason you're not achieving it is because you're not yet the kind of person that can achieve it. And that being the case, you getting money, you increasing income does not change your identity from a poor person to a rich person. You may be rich in identity, rich in mentality, rich in mindset, but you still don't have money. And the thing is, the money will eventually come. It is guaranteed to come simply because every single thing that you will do will be naturally creating wealth, because that is your natural identity. And similar to that, when it comes to poverty, every single thing that you will do will only produce results similar to poverty. It cannot produce any results better than what you're having right now. And to get back to the book, it says that what a person fixes their mind on eventually shapes their life. What you fix your mind on eventually shapes your life, because it shapes your decisions, it shapes your focus, and it shapes everything that is around you. And it makes your mind only receptive to that which you're keeping your mind on. Your mind will identify only things similar to what you're keeping your mind on. People remain stuck financially, not because they lack opportunity, not because they lack faith, not because they do not pray, but because they repeat the same internal and external focus patterns. Let me repeat that. People remain financially stuck, not because they lack opportunity, not because they are not prayerful, not because they do not believe, but simply because they keep repeating the same internal and the same external focus patterns. They wake up thinking the same thoughts, reacting to situations in the same way, spending money the same way, and directing their attention to the same things, but wonder why their life keeps producing the same results. As we have said, your life will only continue being the same It shall not change if you do not change your focus patterns. It shall not change if you do not change your habits. It will continue being the same regardless of how much you continue praying, regardless of how much you continue doing, simply because you wake up every morning, repeat the same thing. Your life is a cycle. You repeat what you did yesterday, you repeat what you did the day before yesterday. Your results are determined simply because who you are shapes what you do. And since we're addressing focus, what you focus on shapes what you do, because it shapes what you see, it shapes what you think, it shapes what you perceive. The simplest way to change your results, to change your financial state, is simply changing what you're focusing on. Remember, when you're trying to take a picture, a camera only focuses on what you want to focus on. You only focus on that one thing, and everything else in the background becomes blurred, as if it's not even there. That is what happens to every opportunity that presents itself in your life. If you're focusing on one thing that is limiting your ability to see every other thing, any opportunity that comes in your life passes you by simply because you chose to focus on this one thing. Life does not change through wishing. It only changes through habit. Life does not change through prayer. It only changes through habit. It only changes through a change of habit, a change of patterns, a change of belief systems, and a change of mindset. Because how you think, what you believe, and what you focus on will determine what you do. And what you do determines what results you get. Long before a person lacks money, long before you keep getting stuck in the financial state that you're in, you lack mastery. And that mastery is over attention. Among many other things that you lack mastery over, what you lack mastery over first is mastery over your attention. That your attention goes where your past self dictates it to go. And when you continue letting your attention scatter and waver depending on the kind of person that you were, not the kind of person that you're trying to be, you will keep getting stuck in the same financial habits, the same financial results, and the same habits that you were stuck in yesterday, the day before yesterday, last year, year before last year, and you'll not change simply because you decided that you're going to have misdirected attention. And remember, now everything else is blood in your background. So many people get trapped in cycles that they cannot explain. You're working hard, but you're not advancing. You're earning, yet your net worth is not increasing. Regardless of your income increasing, your net worth is still not increasing. You're dreaming, but you're not yet arriving to that dream. Your goal and your target now seems like a distant dream that you're not achieving, yet you got that dream years before. You're not lazy, all you are is misaligned. All you're doing is directing your attention on the wrong things. And once attention is directed on the wrong things, nothing right will come up from it, simply because you have misdirected attention. And when I say misdirected attention, what do I mean? I mean that your effort is real, your intensity might be real, but your attention is aimed in the wrong direction. It is aimed in the wrong thing. You have directed your attention to something that will guarantee you not getting to the dream that you're having. You're self-sabotaging simply because of what you choose to keep your mind on. Focus habits are the invisible forces that we must bring into the light. Habits are not what you do occasionally when you feel motivated. Habits are what you obey automatically. And focus is the habit that feeds all other habits. It determines what you notice and what you ignore. Let me say that again. Focus determines what you notice, and it determines what you ignore. It determines what thoughts repeat themselves and what thoughts fade. It tells your brain what matters and tells your brain what doesn't matter. When you're tired, stressed, distracted, or busy, you do not rise to your dreams, you do not rise to your intentions, you only default to your focus habits. And here's the danger most people never see. You do not choose what to focus on and just move on. You choose it repeatedly until it begins choosing for you. You choose to focus on one thing, and after that, it now starts choosing for you. You're not the one that is in control. You now obey your habits, you now obey your patterns, you now obey what you defaulted to. You create a pattern, you create a habit, and now it starts creating you. You're not the one that is in control. All that you're doing is obeying the habit that you created. You see, focus shapes how you think without asking for your permission. And the book says it filters your perception of opportunity and it quietly trains your expectations. Remember, there's a video that we talked about expectations leading to reality. Right? That the Bible in Jeremiah 29, when it says in the end that I have plans for you, plans to bring you prosperity, it says plans to bring the future you hope for. And the future you hope for means the future you confidently expect. And if focus shapes your expectations, if you choose to focus on the wrong thing, it means that you will expect the wrong thing. And as the Bible says, according to your faith, let it be. According to what you confidently expect, that is how your reality is going to be. Which means if you have misdirected focus, if you have misdirected attention, and for a moment you choose to expect an outcome that you do not desire, your reality becomes something that you did not desire. Regardless of how much you wish for it, regardless of how much you pray for it, simply because your attention was directed on the wrong thing, your expectation becomes something that you do not desire. And expectations birth reality. Over time, it decides what feels normal. Over time, focus decides what feels normal. Over time, focus determines what feels possible. Because what you focus on shapes how you think, shapes how you see reality. And for a moment, if you decide to focus on what you cannot achieve, it determines what is possible. And if your brain says that this is not possible for me, regardless of how much you desire it, the Bible says that desire shall fail. So regardless of how much you desire it, if you do not think it possible for you, you shall never be able to achieve it. Because you only achieve what you believe you have been authorized to receive. You only achieve what you believe you can achieve. So if you misdirect your focus, it will shape what feels possible for you. And the moment it shapes what feels possible for you, everything about your reality changes and adjusts to your mentality, adjusts to your belief systems. This chapter is not about money tricks. It is not about hustling harder. It is not about manifestation. It is not about luck or timing. It is about focus. Poverty is rarely sudden. As we've said, poverty is never accidental. It is accumulated. And so is wealth. Wealth is never sudden and wealth is never accidental. It is accumulated and it is a result of repeated patterns, repeated habits, repeated beliefs, repeated mentalities. Your financial life is simply that, the outward expression of what you have decided to keep focusing on, to keep pursuing. And regardless of what you do, if you keep focusing on that one thing, your financial life will never change. You have to change what you focus on for your life to change. I hope this video was a blessing to you. I hope that I have been able to show you something that you're missing, that you're focusing on the wrong thing. And I pray that you will focus on the right thing. and that your identity will allow you to focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on so that you can change your financial habits. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you